Hello, friends. It's so nice to see all of you. I'm Christiana Gaudette. I am your Tarot Fairy Godmother. It's Saturday. That means it's time for the Saturday Psychic Sampler. That's where you ask a specific question, I give you a specific answer, and I see a lot of you have your questions in already. That's great. I'll take them in the order in which I see them in just one moment. First, I want to let you know that if you are a Sun level member, there's a new video up for you in the members only folder. I want to let all of you know that there's a new video and a new video series. You can find it right on the front page of this channel. Who reads tarot? You know, there is a sort of a stereotype about what a tarot reader is or does or looks like, and I'm out to change that. And so my very first interview is with Katie Kondo. A lot of you know her. She's a member here. And check it out. It's fabulous, I think. I think it's fabulous. I think she's fabulous. So check it out. And if you are, or if you know someone who is a tarot reader or who works with tarot, who is outside of the mold of what we would expect a tarot reader to be, send them my way. I want to interview them. All right, this coming Monday, day after tomorrow, we have a free class, live stream class. The link is already up. Pump up your cardio. We will be working on keywords and quick card skills. So join us for that. And if you happen to be a member at the Sun or Star level, on Thursday, we have our Zoom social hour, which is actually now a social 90 minutes. And we'll be doing some holiday stuff. You can find the link for that in the community tab right here on this channel. I also want to let you know I am available for readings in person in my Palm City office or by phone, Skype, FaceTime, Messenger, Zoom, you name it, I'll do it from anywhere in the world. And I am available throughout the holiday season, so just reach out. Clumsy Clairvoyance has kindly posted a link to do that right in the thread here. And I also want to remind you, StarCon is coming January 20th through 22nd. You can join us in person in West Palm Beach or online. Get your tickets now. That's starcon.com, STAARCON.com. All right, now before we get going, I want to say thank you very much to Cassandra for the super sticker. Really appreciate that. Cassandra is a member. We appreciate you being a member, Cassandra, and thanks for helping out with a super sticker. I want to say thank you to Cassia. She is also a member, and she has helped out with a super chat. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate you, and I want to shout out all the members and the moderators. Thank you all so much for being here. You also support this channel by liking this video. All right. Let's get going. Here we go. As you can see, I'm back to basics today, working with my very beat up Smith-Waite Tarot. And easy to shuffle, easy to read. Let's get it going. Specific questions only. And Melissa's so excited for StarCon. Me too. And so excited you're going to be there. It is going to be lit. Oh my gosh. And Clumsy Clairvoyance, right on cue, has just dropped the link to get your StarCon tickets. You can come for 1 day, 2 days, or all 3 days. Yes, Justine, you will be there, and you are on Tech Crew. So, very, very good. All right. All right. Mix you ear, Michelle from Canada. You're the first up today. Oh, Justine, like 5 weeks away, you say that, you give me like a heart attack. I have so much I have to do to get ready. But it's true. It is. It's true. Oh, excited, scary, all of that. Okay. Mind on the reading. Here we go. Mix you ear. Will my potential food blog with Libby work out? And will it be successful? Any insight appreciated? What an interesting idea. What do we think about this? We think this is a smart idea. I very often associate the Knight of Swords with writing, and of course swords with technology, so that makes sense. And it looks like you bring different perspectives, And, Pentacles, of course, deals, with things of the earth, which would certainly be food. Now, I think there's anxiety around it. I mean, there's always anxiety with ventures, right? And when we talk about successful, will it be successful? I think when we talk about the success of a blog, there are so many different ways that one can be successful. But I think this is a good project. And I think you won't always agree, and that's okay. That might make it better. But I think this is a good, solid project, and best if you do it and stick with it. All right, Cassandra, thank you so much for being here. Thanks for being a member, and thank you so much for the super sticker. How can I fix my financial situation ASAP? I'm drowning in never-ending debt. And then we have a question for Mom, who's Raquel, who is also a member here, so we'll do that in a moment. So for you, Cassandra, fixing your financial situation, it's going to take time, and the debt feels heavy. And, on a mental and emotional level, I feel like there's this sense of almost like shame, like we have this in our capitalist society. We have this idea that if you're doing well financially, it's because you're smart. And if you're not, it's because you weren't smart or you were bad or you did something you shouldn't do. And there's this whole value judgment around having money or not having money, having debt or not having debt. And it's stupid and it doesn't make sense. So if you have any of that, erase, let it go. And the thing is, it's going to take a while. It's going to take time. And the first thing you have to do is change your mindset around it. I think you have a lot of creativity, and you can use your creativity both to, I see a few things. On one hand, I see moving money around in a sense of maybe you have high interest rates, and so you get a lower interest loan or credit card and move balances to save money. That's one thing. Another is using your creativity to maybe find a way to make a little more money and spend a little less. So it's the combination of those things that I think will work. Now, for Raquel, who is also a member here, we appreciate her. She would like to know about work. Will she be working with the same grade and school next year? Let's see. I don't think it's set yet. I think it could go a lot of different ways, but I can tell you this. Whatever it turns out to be for next year, she will have a better work year than she did this year. It will be better. So even if there are changes, it will be better. And I have to say thank you. Katie Kondo has arrived. Katie, thank you for being a member here. Thank you for your very generous super chat. I do see your question. We'll answer it. And everyone, the interview with Katie, the first in the Who Reads Tarot series, is up. So make sure you check it out and meet her in this interview. She is absolutely delightful, and we're happy to have her with us today, and happy that I was able to do that interview with her. And Betty Flusher, thank you so much for being a member and for the very generous super chat. Thank you. I really appreciate you. All right. Sunlight. For my writing project, which would be better, pantsing or plotting? And I know you're a true writer because you know those terms. If you're not, pantsing is when you go by the seat of your pants rather than doing an outline, figuring out what's going to happen. Plotting, right? Plotting is the opposite of StarCon. I'm all over the place. Plotting and pantsing are opposites. Okay, the interview. Oh, and good point, Justine. Thank you. The interview with Katie is on this channel. You'll see it on the front page. And the new episode of the StarCast Variety Show is also out, and that's on StarCast, STAARCAST, our sister channel, so make sure you go there. All right. All right, perfect. So, where am I? Pantsing or plotting for sunlight? There's got to be a little bit of both. It's not one or the other. It's a combination. You have a basic sense of where things are going, but then you have to have room for inspiration to take you. And sometimes that inspiration will take you a little bit away from your plot, and you have to be intuitive enough to know if you've gone too far afield or if that's okay, and then you go back and you fix your plot. So it's both. I would argue that's probably true for many good writers, but it's especially true for you. So, both. Okay. Justine Osina, so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member. Thank you for being a moderator. Did some work on my project yesterday, and I'm wondering if you can pull a card to see if I'm on the right track or not. Might Spirit have any suggestions for me on this? All right. You have to be careful about not getting bogged down. Like, it's hard to know of the things that you're working on and doing to make this happen. What's really going to turn out to be important and what's not? And what are you obsessing over that doesn't really matter? And where should you be putting your energy? So I think broadly and generally, yes, you're on the right track. But I also think you're diving into some of the minutia that isn't going to matter in the long run, and ignoring some of the bigger things that will matter. So you're on the right track, but are you on the right train? Are you in the right train car? I think that's what we're working on. All right, Laura T. So nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Thanks for using members-only emojis. Laura sent me a package recently just filled with some delightful, delightful things. So thank you very much for that. My dad, Harvey, is coming to visit, and a message from my mom about this trip. I feel she made it happen. Okay, so what does your mom, who's recently in spirit, what does she think about Harvey coming to see you? You know, this is all heavy, and she knows it's heavy. And she understands that there's a lot of heavy energy here. And she doesn't want anything from her life, anything from her relationship with Harvey, good or bad, any of that to add to the heaviness. She feels like there are some things that the two of you need to discuss that maybe you've been needing to discuss for a while, and that has been hanging. And she wants that to happen, but she also wants it to be light and fun. And so her message here is to acknowledge the heaviness. Acknowledge the heaviness, but also be in the light with it. And she's going to try to help do it. And Katie, make sure you read the comments because you got people here talking about the interviews. So make sure you see that. All right. And if you don't get to it today, remember these comments will be back up 24 hours from now. So you can always check back. All right, here we go. Cassia, thank you again for being a member and for the super chat. Really appreciate it. My question today goes to my youngest son. I want to know from his angel if mentally he's okay. I've been worried but can't do anything, thanks to his dad. So, looking at him, I mean, he's as okay as he can be in the situation. And there are things you can do. You can pray, you can do magic, you can keep him in your heart and send him love. And it's important that you do that. But I think he's basically okay. And thank you for using members-only emojis. Justine, thank you for that feedback. Really appreciate that. That makes sense. All right. Next question, Jeannie Mnuchin. Thanks for being here. This is a series of questions, but all about one thing. And thank you, Jean, for being a member as well. What does the universe want me to know about this period of illness? Is it some kind of detoxifying before resuming my creative life? Is it a sign of a weakened immune system? Is this residual COVID or a secondary virus? What is the purpose or learning in this period of illness? Do I need to do something different to fully heal? Okay. And we are sorry you are going through this. Oh my gosh. So first of all, residual COVID or secondary virus, I'm going to say secondary virus. Is there overall a weakened immune system? Well, I mean, your immune system is fighting and fighting better than it was. You know, you've had some health issues over time that you've done very well with. Your immune system is actually, given everything it's been through, doing great. Doing great, considering. Spiritually, what is this about? It does feel like it's giving you time to percolate. It's giving you time, whether you know it or not. Things are happening inside. Creativity is happening inside. Spirit is working with you. It is giving you downtime. It's like, I used to bake bread the old-fashioned way, where you make it at night and then let it rise overnight and then bake it in the morning. I feel like you're like rising in the night, you know, like that's what that is. It's this time of incubation. And just go with it. Go with it. Is there anything more you need to do? Just be okay with it and trust the process. It's taking time and that sucks. But trust the process. I know you take good care of yourself. I know you talk to the doctor when you need to. And I know that this has been scary because when COVID first happened, had it gotten you then, given some of your previous health issues, it would have been very dangerous for you. And so it's still not great for you, but you're getting through it and it's okay. So let go of all of that. Let go of the worry of like how bad this could be for you. It's not going to be that bad, not now. All right? Okay, Melissa Grosso, so nice to see you here. Thanks for being a member here. Looking forward to seeing you at StarCon. I'm in the midst of painting and updating my home. Very good. What are the best things for me to do to create an environment that is welcoming to new creativity, new adventures, and new romance? Yeah. Honestly, the question I was asking the cards silently is, should you use feng shui? Because there are some great feng shui tips for all of that. And I think you should. I think you should read a website or get a book on feng shui and use feng shui to bring those elements into your home. I think that would be fun. I think you would enjoy it. And I think it would work for you. How about that? I realized that was just one card, but that one card was the star, so you got to go with it, right? And thank you, everyone, for the feedback. Really, really appreciate it. Jenny, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Looking forward to seeing you at StarCon. Does my grandma spirit guide have guidance on staying on my path of growing my intuition? She wants you not to worry about it. She wants you to know you're doing it, you're doing it, you're doing it. And it's in you and it runs through you in the family line. And so it's just awakening what has always been there. And so when you say guidance on staying on the path, were you considering leaving the path? No, 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 no. The guidance to stay on the path is to stay on the path. Von Ray, so nice to see you. Thanks so much for being here. Thanks for being a member. I am thinking of sending my books to local small bookstores for consignment. Would this be a good idea for me? I would say, why not reach out to them and ask if you could do author events where you do signings and that kind of thing. So it is a good idea, but the devil is in the details on this one, to quote Justine, and it would be good to have signings to go along with it. Oh, interesting, Melissa. So feng shui was already in the mix and I didn't know it. So see? Very good, very good. All right. Smile Soul 20, nice to see you. Thanks for being here and thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. Okay, next question I see. Sheila Selby. What is the universe telling me about my job? You're smart, you're capable, but, you know, there are things about it that are good and people who appreciate you, and that's good. but it feels like you're getting to a place where you're not going to be able to move forward. I don't know if this is a glass ceiling. I don't know if this is just it's not going where you want it to go. But like, I feel like you're smart, you're appreciated, there are good things about the job, but in the long run, not necessarily in the short run, in the long run, you may have to go elsewhere and do something different in order to really fulfill what you want your path to be. Jenny, yes to staying on the path, just questioning myself and finding it hard to let the past go. Yeah, there's that. But that's like that's the whole deal, man. And, speaking personally, as someone who does this day in and day out, gratefully and happily, and obviously with good confidence, I mean, I think you see me as being confident in what I do, and I am. I think on some level, if it's not just about trusting ourselves, it's about trusting this larger pool that we dive into when we do this work. And, because if I think about me, myself, trusting that I will have the answers not only for me, but for all these people, that would be a bad bet, man. I just want to drink a glass of wine and then go back to bed, I swear. But trusting the power of that pool we dive into, of that energy we rise into, of that space we occupy, where we are part of something more, trusting that power and surrendering ourselves to it. That's the trick. I think that would be my feeling about it, or my personal experience in that same thing. And honestly, if you are an intuitive who does not doubt themselves, I don't even want to meet you. Because we all do. And if you don't, you're dangerous. So that's what I have to say about all of that. Okay, and BRI33, thank you so much for the super chat. Really appreciate that. Thank you for your question. I will absolutely get to that in the order I see it. Really appreciate your support here. All right, who's next? Peggy Lou Levens. Peggy Lou, thanks for being a member here. Thanks for using members-only emojis. Will I stay at my current location for the next 5 years? The location's great, and you probably will stay there, but you got to manage some of the energies there better than you have been. And I know that's hard. I know that's really, really hard. And the thing is this, if those energies are unmanageable, then maybe you need to leave, and maybe this is not a thing of fate or destiny, but a thing that you will have to decide for yourself. Yeah, how is that for a non-answer? Oh, Jenny, thank you so much. Thank you. All right. Bianca Taro, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. And those of you who don't know her, she's got her own channel here, same name. So make sure you check that out. Okay, hey, Brianni. Nice to see you. Thanks for being here. I was thinking about you the other day, wondering how you were doing. All right, Bianca Taro. I want to move out on my own for the first time, either next year or the year after. How will that process be for me? I feel I'm being guided to change my environment. So, yeah, it's time. It's time to think about it. And the thing is, like, your current situation is helpful in some ways and hurtful in others. And the ways that it is hurtful, the situation, the people that make it hurtful can't know that it's hurtful because that's outside of their understanding. And so when you leave, the energy of it needs to be one of just doing the thing that people do, not like, oh my gosh, I got to get out of here, but just doing what people do. And yet in your own heart, you need to know that there is unintentional harm that is done to you in the current environment, and you need to shield yourself against it and not take it to your heart. Does that make sense? And when we look at the actual question you asked was, how will the process be for you? I think it's going to be hard for all the reasons we talked about, but it's the right thing. Clumsy Clairvoyance, so nice to see you. Thank you for being such a great moderator. Thank you for being a member here. What type of magic or tarot magic might help me feel a little bit more energized physically and spiritually at this time? I think very specifically, whether you use tarot or not, it's got to be elemental. Working with the 4 elements, using the 4 elements, each of them, taking each of them in to give you that energy and that inspiration. That's what it's got to be. All right, Martha Vink, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Will my parents be able to stay in their home for their twilight years with help, or will they have to move? Or will one stay at home and the other need to be in a facility? Hard decisions. And are we... So first of all, are we there yet? I don't think we're there yet, but we could see it coming down the pike. Will they be able to stay in their home with help? I think that's what they really want. And I think that needs to be the plan. I think that should be the plan, is how can we make it happen that they stay in their home with help? And then if something else happens, at least you know you tried. But I think it's a reasonable plan, and I think it's something that you can make happen. So let's try to make that happen for them. All right. I'm looking at all the feedback. Thank you, everyone. I'm reading it, and some of it's funny and some of it's cool, and it's all most appreciated. Thank you. Nalini, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. Will my financial situation be awesome this month? Awesome! No, but improving, and improvement is awesome. So yes, there's improvement and opportunity here. So yes. All right, Teresa C., thanks so much for being here. Thanks for being a member and a moderator. I'd love to know if I'm going to pass finals next week. So if we, tarot readers will sometimes talk about the questions they don't like to answer. And it's always like death, medical, pregnancy. And I'm like, oh, give those to me. Yeah, I'll eat those for breakfast. I don't care. That's fine. But this sort of question, this is the kind I don't like to answer, because think about it. If I say yes, that's going to make you cocky and not study. If I say no, then what's the point of taking the exams in the first place, and what if I'm wrong? So I'm going to rephrase that question for you, which is, what do you need to do to pass those exams with flying colors and get through it with ease? How about that? And the answer is, you're already on that path. You're already doing it. Just keep doing what you're doing and dig in, because there's going to be some trick questions there. You know it all, but there's going to be some trick questions. So be prepared for that. And I think you got this. Make sure you get enough sleep too. I feel like sleep can sometimes be an issue for you. So do what you have to do to get enough sleep. All right. Lisa Harmon, nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Next question I see is Diana Price. Thank you for being a member here. I have 2 big sites, one Boho Nomad, one Tarot, etc. Should I do separate YouTube channels, or the one Boho site for everything and just promote the sister site on it, or separate? So, 2 separate channels, 1 channel. I would say the common advice would be 1 channel, but I actually like 2 separate channels and cross promote. I actually like that. Don't cross post, but cross promote. And I know that would not be what the common wisdom would be, but that's what's coming up in the cards. All right. Lisa Harmon, I've been working on letting go of generational trauma. Do my ancestors have any advice for me? So let me just say this. I really believe that as we work on healing ancestral trauma, our ancestors help us. And as we work on doing that healing, the healing happens not only for our progeny, but also for the ancestors themselves. It all works together. I really believe that. So do the ancestors have any advice for you on this? To know how much you are loved, to be proud of how well you have done despite the trauma, to recognize that you neither created nor perpetuated the trauma, and that you still have time to enjoy your life. Maya Turner, so nice to see you. Thank you for being here. You're on the plane headed home. What do the guides have to tell me about my business this upcoming week? First steps, most important tasks to look at. Let's take a look. We'll have to figure out why I'm not showing up as a member when I get home. And we know you have been. And I know you'll fix it. So thank you so much for that. Thank you for being a member. We appreciate you. Okay. First steps, most important tasks to look at for business this upcoming week. Well, first you have to breathe and recover from your vacation. But I think a lot of it this week is going to be about marketing and networking and creating. Those are the things. Claire C., so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Will my new diabetes medication be worth the high costs? Man, isn't the American medical system just delightful? All right, let's see. You have to try it. And I don't know, man. I don't know. I think it's worth trying, and I think there's enough of a chance that it will be, that it's totally worth trying. But I could see it go in a lot of different ways. It's not going to hurt you, though. Okay. Angela Marie, thank you so much for being here, and thanks for being a new member with us. We really appreciate that. We appreciate you. There is a members-only playlist, that's the word, a members-only playlist. Definitely check that out. There'll be some videos there for you. And look at what we've got coming up as well as far as members-only stuff. And thank you so much. What do I need to know to better set my goals for the next year? Fair. What you need to know is that you're very smart, you're very intuitive, you're very, you really have a lot going on in terms of your intelligence and your intuition working together. And you have some goals that you've had for a long time. And you don't always know, you're so good at the goals, but you're not always so great at the execution. And you have the big ideas, but you don't always know the steps for how to do them, but you can figure it out and just feel empowered to find the steps and let go of the anxiety that keeps you from doing that. Does that make sense? Elizabeth Peralta, can my mom keep her frequency for 2023? Let's take a look. Yes. I don't even quite know what this means, but whatever might be threatened will be fine. It's fine. Okay. Arlette, nice to see you. Thank you for being here. Okay, so I'm going to do it, but hang on. I just totally overscrolled. Give me a minute. Okay, so on Tuesdays now, we're doing messages from the universe, general readings only. I'm going to do this one for you, but on Saturdays, we like those specific questions. But here we go, Arlette. What does the universe want you to know? That you can create the financial, physical, and emotional stability that you want and need. That's what the universe wants you to know. There you go. It is in your power. It is in your reach. Kim Morris, nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. Am I going to be able to move in January? I think if you want to, you can. But I think there's like questions about what that looks like, or, there's questions around it, but I think you can if you want it. Gina Rutledge, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. What is the best way to handle the conflict started with a recently found to be false friend? Man, I hate it when that happens. I've been simply ignoring the attack so far, but my patience is getting thin. Well, and the thing is, it's hurtful. It hurts you. And if you respond, like there's nothing you can do to change it. If you respond, it's really just going to get worse. So I would say do what you can to block this person out of your life so that you cannot know about the attacks. And if there are mutual friends, just let the mutual friends know you're not having it. You're not having it. And just be done. I think that's the best thing. The best response is no response. Okay, BRI 33. And again, thank you so much for the super chat. Really appreciate that. Where else to live besides your grandparents' house? I wonder if you want to actually go far away, if you want to leave the town or leave the city or leave the state or something like that. I think you have to look at what's possible. You have to look at what's in your heart. But I feel like you're actually going to be going a little further away, and that might be a good thing for you. Betty Flesher, thank you so much for being here. Thanks for being here. Thanks for the super chat. Thanks for being a member, and thanks for using members-only emojis. Today is my stepfather's birthday. Does he have a message for me? His message is about what he sees now as your kindness, your generosity, your balance, your spirituality. And he sees that. He sees you. And there is a sense that in life, maybe he did not. Maybe he did not see all of that or understand all of that, but he does now. Okay, Katie Kondo. Katie, thank you for being a member, and thank you for the very generous super chat. And everyone, if you're just getting here, new series on this channel, Who Reads Tarot? First person, Katie Kondo, interview with her. That's right on the front page of this channel. Make sure you check it out. All right, any messages from my nephew? And this is your unborn nephew. It is good to know that when he leaves his safe space, he is loved, and he is between the worlds now. And that's the message, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. It's almost like between the worlds, it's almost like he communicates with people from all the places. And he knows that he'll forget that, but he wants you to remember it. How about that? JF1, thanks so much for being here. Thanks for being a member. Really missing my dad lately. I'm so sorry. Can you see if you can get a message from him? He wants you to know that he is with you, that he loves you, and he sees your strength, he sees your ability, he sees a vision for your future, maybe even more than you do, that really is a happy vision, and he wants you to hold that. All right, PL Day, thanks so much for being a member. What can I do to feel more grounded and centered in my life? Let's take a look and see what we got. Be honest with yourself about all things, even the things that hurt. You can have a tendency to say that everything's okay, everything's okay, everything's okay when it's not. And I think you're almost afraid to look at it because you don't want that to bring you weakness. And you're afraid that it's so not okay that it could be overwhelming and how not okay it is. But it's not that bad. So just be willing to look at everything and deal with everything and know that you have the strength and the fortitude to do that. All right. Hey, Papa Bear, thanks for being here. Okay. Adrija, nice to see you. Guidance for your work life, of course. Of course. Okay, man, your work life's going to be crazy. There's your guidance. It's going to be crazy, but you have friends. Ask for help if you need it. Ask for support if you need it. And, you know, I think that there's a new job coming for you, and I think it's coming soon. And that process is going to be difficult as well, but in the long run, it'll be good. You'll have a good position. You'll make good money. So be open to change. Okay. Hey, Catherine fan. I'm going on a trip to Japan soon with my best friend, yay. Do I have any advice on how to make it a smooth and happy trip for both of us? All right, well, that sounds wonderful. I think it naturally will be. Keep your sense of humor to deal with the discomfort of traveling. Make a pact with each other that, like, if one of you wants to do something and the other one's tired, that we'll be honest about what we want to do and who's tired and who wants what. So you're not like going out of your way for each other and then being resentful. But I think it's going to be great. I'm excited about it for you. Okay, Allie Mammon, nice to see you. How do I stick to eating healthy with the help of my spirit team? Any guidance on that from my spirit team? It's all about balance. Don't get so into the, I've got to do it this way or I've got to do it that way. Moderation and balance is what you need, and that will help you stick to it. Hey, Jackie Masters, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. Okay, next up is Aria Wilson, and I just overscrolled. Give me a minute. There we go. What messages does my spirit guide Jay have for me? It feels like, Arya, you have some difficulties and some decisions to make about difficulties. And you don't trust yourself to make the right decisions. But you should. That's really the bottom line. You should trust yourself to make the right decisions in difficult moments, now and always. All right. Terry T, what can you tell me, or can you, Terry T, can you tell me if I'll meet my man soon? I'm ready for love, just want to fall in love. Okay, so do we think you'll meet someone soon? I think you'll meet someone, but remember the difference between infatuation and love. Because the next person you meet may be fun, but may not be the one, and be open to those experiences because those will help you learn. Those will help you learn, those will help you grow. And I think there's a lot that you need to kind of think about in terms of what your expectations are regarding a relationship, what that all could be and could feel like. I think there's some growth there for you. Petty, I definitely just learned a major lesson on how to answer a touchy question. Cool. Okay, Jackie Masters, thanks for being a member. I had a meet up with friends yesterday and we discussed what's been happening. I received some great advice. Do the ancestors have anything to add? Cool. Just know that everything will be okay, and know that there may be some stopgap measures. Like if we're looking for a new job, maybe you get 2 part-time jobs for a while until you find the right job. And you have friends who will help you and you have networking you can do, it's all going to be good. You've got good skills. Okay, Zainab Ali. Akil's intentions toward me. All right. I don't know that Akil is like terribly serious. Finds you very attractive, but I don't know if it's really serious. Okay, Sarah 88. I would like to know what to focus on this week. Focus on asking for what you need and helping others when possible. The reciprocity of situations, but very specifically asking for what you need and being willing to do that. Okay, Nebulous Goat King, Briani. My question is, if my career change will come to fruition and go smoothly? And the answer is, actually, yeah, smoothly enough. Yes, and smoothly enough. Baby Cake, so nice to see you. Should I pressure my brother to go for vacation together or start planning my vacation solo? Man, if you pressure your brother, you're never going. Plan it solo. And that'll be good and fun and excellent. All right. My friends, from my perspective, I have come to the end. If I missed anyone, I'm so sorry. Please reiterate. If you haven't asked a question yet and you want to, now is the time. It's last call for readings, y'all. I do want to remind you to get your ticket for StarCon, STAARCON.com. I want to remind you we have a class on Monday, 7 p.m. The link is already up. I want to remind all the sons to see the new video I have for you. It's for sons only, so make sure you check that out in the members only playlist. And everyone check out the new series, Who Reads Tarot? See the first one up, which is my interview with Katie Kondo right here on this channel. And if you are a star or a son, make sure you go to the community tab to get the link for our Zoom, which is on Thursday. Thank you all very much. So great to see you. Thank you everyone who helped out with super chats and super stickers. Really appreciate you. Did I get you? Yes, I did. Yes, I did, Maya. And if I remember correctly, first you have to rest. Then it's networking, marketing, and creativity. Anyone else? So I am available for readings. Please reach out. If you happen to be local, come to our meetup at Panera in Palm City, which is tomorrow at 4 p.m. Yay, we're excited for that. And of course, I'll be back Monday morning with the 3-card weekly reading, 9:30 a.m. But again, also Monday evening, 7 p.m. for class. Make sure you join us. My friends, thank you all so much. Thank you to everyone who helped out with super chats and super stickers. Thank you to all the members, the moderators. Thank you to everyone for being here. Look forward to seeing you soon. Take care.